Hi guys, Playseat have added a new addition to their foldable challenge racing chairs. This is the new Playseat Challenge DD F1 edition, a foldable F1 racing seat that offers an authentic F1 racing position, tool-free adjustability, and is foldable. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. So I'll be showing you how to set this up, together with showing you the adjustments you can do, and I'll test it out to show how rigid it is with the Logitech G RS50, the Logitech G Pro, and the Fanatec DD Extreme, highlighting any pros and cons to give you a better idea if it's worth getting or not. But before I begin, if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. The Playseat Challenge DD comes packaged in quite a compact box, opening it up and everything is well protected to avoid damage. Laying out all the items in the packaging, the frame consists of 14 components to assemble. You also get some stickers, instructions, a bag containing some screws, washers, nuts, and an Allen key. Assembly is pretty straightforward. Start with the two X adapts, which provides the adjustability for the frame and allows you to fold it up for storage purposes. Take the plain U-shaped tube, which is for the front of the cockpit, and lift up the arms on each side and insert it into the lower part of the X-adapt until you hear the click. Take the other U-shaped tube, which has the Playseat logo, and insert it into the lower side of the X-adapt and insert that on the other lower side of the X-adapt until you hear the click, and this forms the base of the seat. Next, attach the two tubes which have a bend at the top and connect it to the top point of the X-adapt at the back. This is for the seat backrest. Then you can attach the headrest. Take the I-shaped bar and connect it to the top points on the X-adapt at the front. You can then take the bar that has the wheel mount attached on there, lift up the black locking points and push down on the red slider, then attach that to the front of the frame with the bend facing inwards. On each side, lock the bar in position by lifting the red slider up and push down on the locking mechanism. Take the side bars from the wheel mount and attach them to the front of the seat with a screw and tighten. Moving on to the pedal plate mount, take the two side arms with the F1 logos on there and the shorter bar. Place the two round wheels to each side of that. You can then attach that to the two side arms using a screw and plastic washer. Next, attach the end of the side arms to the main frame with the screw knob. Take the pedal plate mount and release the locking points at the side of the arms, then extend the arm and lock back into position. The pedal plate can then be attached to the lower part of the front of the frame with a screw knob, and the arms on the pedal plate can be attached higher up with a washer and screw knob. Unfold the seat cover, slide it over the seat frame, then remove the Velcro straps from underneath. At the back, pull open the Velcro strap and feed it through the metal loop on the other side and pull that across to secure. Move onto the two Velcro straps for the seat area and finally straighten up the wheel mount, and that's it. As simple as that to assemble. Taking a closer look at the Playseat Challenge DD F1 edition, aesthetically it does look really nice with a black and white colour scheme that has the red F1 logos on there, together with the Playseat logos at different locations on the seat and frame. The frame is made from high carbon quality steel and the seat is made from a breathable material called ActiveFit and actually feels really comfortable to sit in. It has some nice little details with all the adjustment handles having Playseat written on them. There's 4 wheels, so 2 at the front and 2 at the back to make it easier to move around. And I like the way they've been added to the frame as they subtly blend in. The Challenge DD weighs 16.5 kilograms and it supports a maximum weight of 163 kilograms, and the recommended driver length is from a minimum of 120 centimeters to a maximum of 220 centimeters. You have a number of adjustments available. The first is a seat angle adjustment, with the Playseat Challenge DD having a number of different seating positions which can be easily adjusted via the X-adapt by loosening the locking point at either side, and once you've made your adjustment you can lock it into position. This allows you to go from a semi-upright GT position to a deep F1 style recline. Next, you can adjust the pedal plate where you're able to tilt it upwards or downwards, so you can get a flat GT style or a raised F1 style pedal angle by adjusting the locking knobs. The pedal deck can be adjusted too, where you're able to slide it forward and back. The wheel mount plate can be raised or lowered, with you able to slide it forward and back and tilt it up and down. You're also able to adjust the seat by adjusting the Velcro straps that hold it in place. In terms of compatibility with wheelbases, the Playseat Challenge DD should be compatible with all major brands including Logitech, Moza, Fanatec and Thrustmaster, with there being a number of holes on both the wheelbase and pedal plate mounts. Now let's get the Logitech G RS50 wheel and RS pedals attached. And just to note, the packaging for the cockpit comes with a set of screws for attaching your wheelbase and pedals, together with some rubber cable management straps. Setup is simple with the wheelbase on the mount. Identify the screw holes you're going to use, then secure the T-nuts for the RS50 in place and slide the wheelbase in, then tighten the screws to secure it in place. Onto the pedals. Place them onto the mounting plate, identify the holes you're going to use and secure it in place. You're also able to lift up the pedal plate mount to make it easier to tighten the screws. I can then plug in the cables to the wheelbase and use the rubber cable management straps to keep all the cables nice and tidy around the frame. It's all set up now and looks pretty good. I've got the wheel connected to my PS5 Pro and my TV is the LG OLED G4 65-inch. So let's test this out, and just to show, the force feedback is set to the maximum of 8 Newton meters and true force is also set to maximum. The seat does feel pretty comfortable when racing, and it doesn't get too hot when racing for long periods with a breathable ActiveFit material, and it supports my weight really well. The wheel feels pretty stable with small amounts of flex from the frame, but the cockpit doesn't feel too bad when racing, giving a good racing experience. Plus you can feel the true force vibrations coming through the frame, adding another layer of immersion. Now, if you're wondering about movement, when I moved my wheel heavily, this is what to expect. So a little bit of flex, but to be honest, you'd have to be crazy to be driving like that. The pedals do feel solid with a small amount of flex too, especially when pressing down on the brake pedal. But when you're racing, you don't notice any of this movement, to be honest. Overall, the Playseat Challenge DD feels really comfortable and supports my weight well, with the length of the frame being good. I've been testing this out for a few days, and to be honest, it's really rigid, feeling stronger, and it's wider than their previous Playseat Challenge X racing seats. You can also make adjustments to the seat tool-free, which is a massive positive, and worth noting, the seat isn't limited to just racing in an F1 position, as you're able to switch it into a GT position by changing the angle of the seat, bringing the wheel deck higher up and changing the angle and distance of the pedals so it mimics the GT position. With it in this position, it still feels quite comfortable, and as the adjustments are tool free, it doesn't take long to make these adjustments. The only minor negative I found in this position is that the seat felt a little bit short. The coverage on my back and bottom was fine, but I would have liked a few more centimeters on there to give a bit more coverage on my legs. Now, I know a lot of you will be wondering this, how the frame will cope with more powerful direct drive wheelbases. Well, I've attached my Fanatec Extreme DD where the maximum torque is 50 Newton meters, so a real beast to test this out with. And for my pedals, I've gone with the Club Sport Pedals V3. Mounting wise, the wheelbase and pedals matched up perfectly, so good to see, no issues there. Jumping into a race with the wheelbase on maximum torque levels, and seriously, I'm surprised at how well the frame coped with this. There's still a small amount of flex from the wheel deck, and I can feel some vibration coming through to the frame, which gives a more immersive experience. There's also a small amount of flex from the pedal plate mount, but it coped well with no major issues. And again, to be honest, you don't really notice any movement when you're racing. Moving on to testing the Playseat Challenge DD with the Logitech G Pro wheelbase and Pro pedals. And I thought it's worth doing this because it's a bigger wheelbase, and obviously there's some weight behind this too. The holes match up on the wheel deck with you able to use all three mounting points, and the pedal plate mount too. I've set up the wheelbase to the max, so 11 Newton meters, and turned up true force to the max, and again really impressed to see how well the seat coped when racing. There's still some small amounts of flex, but it still felt rigid and strong, with it coping well with the force feedback coming from the wheel, plus you can feel the true force vibrations coming through to the frame, adding that extra layer of immersion, feeling awesome. Now I've got to admit, Playseat have actually done pretty well with their new Playseat Challenge DD. The thicker bar holding the wheel deck, together with the bars connecting that, the seat really does help in providing quite a bit of stability, and there's also bars helping to give the pedals more rigidity. So for example, if you own the Playseat Challenge X, this is actually a perfect upgrade if you wanted a more rigid foldable rig that can handle a high-end direct drive motor. Now one of the advantages of this frame is that you can fold it away with the wheel and pedals attached, freeing up the space in your room, making it ideal if you are limited for space. It's pretty simple to do. First unlock the wheel mount bar and raise it slightly, then lock it in place. Next unlock the adjustment handles for the seat at the side and pull the front of the frame up into an upright position, then lock the adjustment handles. Next, unlock the pedal arms and push the bars inwards, then lock them in place, and then unlock the pedal plate, bringing it towards the folded frame, and then lock it at the sides to keep it in place. With the frame folded, it's actually quite stable, so if it did have a slight nudge, it won't just easily fall over. Space-wise, it's really compact, taking up a height of 135 centimeters, width of 65 centimeters, and a depth of 55 centimeters. If you had nothing on there, then you can save another 5 centimeters on the depth, taking it to 50 centimeters. To unfold it, unlock the pedal mount and bring it out, then lock it. Next, unlock the pedal arms and pull outwards and lock it again. Unlock the seat adjustment handles and place the seat in the desired position and lock it in place. And finally, unlock the wheel mount bar and drop it slightly, then lock it in place. And that's it. It's as simple as that. With the seat fully open and the pedal arms extended to the max, space-wise it takes up approximately a height of 101 centimeters, a width of 65 centimeters, and a length of 168 centimeters of coverage on your floor space. So in summary, Playseat have done a really good job with their Playseat Challenge DD F1 edition. It's nice and compact, allowing you to easily fold it away and store it without it taking too much space, making it really practical for general usage. I like the fact all the adjustments can be made completely tool-free, so no time wasted fiddling around. It's also easy to assemble, has a lot of adjustments, and it's the perfect option for a living room racing setup or even as a desk racing chair, as it gives a more immersive racing experience. Plus you get screws and cable management straps, so there's nothing in addition you need to buy. The adjustability is really good, allowing you to flip between a F1 to GT position quite easily. Playseat haven't stated a limit on the torque levels for usage, but one of the major positives is that it can be used with quite high-end direct drive wheelbases, as I've shown, with it still remaining very rigid with little flex and still feels strong. Negatives wise, there's no shifter or handbrake mount, so a little bit limiting if you wanted to use these types of accessories. But the reason for that is that the frame is primarily aimed at Formula 1 racing. There is a very small amount of movement from the wheel mount and pedal mount, which is no surprise considering the design of the frame, as it consists of a number of thin tubes. But to be honest, in terms of movement, it was so minimal that when you're racing, you really didn't notice it. Price wise, the frame costs $399 on Playseat's website, which isn't too bad considering some gaming chairs cost the same amount of money, but with this you have the added advantage of being able to fold it away for storage. Ideal if you're limited for space and wanted a strong, more rigid frame that's also a perfect space saver. The frame is definitely not better than having a full-size fixed rig, but I've got to say this has to be one of the best foldable space saver frames, perfect for high-end direct drive wheels, so really impressed with it. So there you have it, you've come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links, and if you have any questions, then let me know in the comments below. For those of you who've got to the end of this video, please leave a comment with Playseat, as it's nice to see who's got to the end of my video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on all my socials. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing, and see you in the next one.